was not empty, it had 315 litres in it. Woo. Let me out. There we go. Gate. We are going to avoid the gate. I'm not sure the truck is though. There we go. Okay, we're out. And that's a lot of traffic heading for the store. To here, so that's a good start. So yeah, so yes, I will probably pick up the Kvernland cedar or planter shortly. Actually, what I'll do is I'll take the big planter that we have back to the store and return it. Of course, that leaves us with a lot of liquid fertilizer that I don't particularly need anymore. Or I don't need that sort of quantity anymore. Because the Kvernland cedars use solid fertilizer. And we don't have much, if any, of that on the farm at the moment. So there will be a little bit of juggling around of stuff. All the way. Okay. And there are now 2 turn signal cancel mods. I'm using the older of the 2. I don't know whether they will both have released to the in-game hub, mod hub, in-game mod hub. So I may be using an unofficial one as opposed to one that everyone can get their hands on. There we go. Ooh, 77,000. Well, we definitely got enough to do the end of this field. But the 2 fields that we didn't do were these 2 over here, and I really don't think there's enough digestate at the BGA to cover both of those. Egg sell point is, there is a great demand for eggs. We don't have chickens. So yeah, we got a lot going on this week, so I'm definitely not going to be streaming anything during the week. I have been considering it for the last month or so, but right now, not happening this coming week at all. Don't even look for anything. It has. Now that's interesting, because chickens don't cost anything to transport. At least they don't in... no, chickens don't cost anything to transport, so I'd be interested to have to investigate that. See how it manages to make chickens profitable. I mean, chickens aren't bad for eggs. If you get one of the egg storage mods, so you don't end up with 500 cardboard boxes to transport. You know, you can ship pallets of 2,000 litres of eggs, and that can be quite quite a good income source. Milk also seems to be a good income source. But when you're playing with seasons, milk's a good income source when you eventually get your cows producing stuff. Oops. Don't text and drive. Don't read text and drive. Oh, I'll cut in front of the car. It's only a Prius. And here we are back at the field. So I'm going to guess we're going to need another trip to the BGA to complete this field, but no more than that. I don't have the chicken pen. I'm not sure whether I can buy them, but let's go and have a look. Chickens are there. Oh, there we go. No, there's no fee to transport them. Okay, we are full. But turn the engine off. But that might be a seasons thing. I'm going to have to get in the wrong side. Or is that the right side? No, that is the wrong side. Although tractors this age have a door on the wrong side because they don't have all the fancy computer stuff that now blocks the door. $15 to transport a chicken. That's interesting. And that may be, well, that may be a thing. Because that was one of the features where is it there? On Lawfolds in 17, the map maker had messed with the economy on the map to make it slightly more favourable than the default economy. So on Lawfolds you could actually make more money than on other maps for the same, you know, easy, medium, hard. Turn that off. And you can edit the XML for a map to make things more or less lucrative. So if you want to do wood chips, and frankly wood chips are just not worth it, you can go into the XML, at least I'm told you can, and edit how much various crops are worth in order to make it more financially viable to get into that commodity. Okay, I misjudged that. That's far enough into the woods. And go. So there's ways and means. So maybe some map makers edit the cost of transferring stuff, but I can't remember seeing. Now it also may be that if you have the transport your own chickens in a truck mod, then having them shipped to you does add a fee, because obviously you can do it yourself now. With the base game or with the mods I have loaded, there's no way to transport chickens, and so chickens don't cost anything to transport. As I said, we are going to be challenged if I have to sell 750 sheep a year. And maybe I'll buy some more sheep to get us there quicker. We only bought 66 sheep so far, and we're up over 105, about 107 I think we got now. Thinking we're going to have to fill this up at least once, although we are not using a lot. Oops, missed a bit. I really want to get back to Ungertheim and finish that series off. I missed a wide swath there, so we'll have to come back on the left. The stairs, we now have stairs up to the deck. They have a handrail so that if you're an adult you shouldn't fall off them. Unfortunately, it doesn't have all the vertical bits that stop kiddies falling off them, so there's still a little bit more to do, but as far as stairs are concerned, we have a functional staircase on the deck. And that's why I couldn't stream last week. Contractor came out last week. We also had the kids over, so yeah, there was kids to watch with contractors around and power tools and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So that's why there was no stream last week. But we're about the 1 hour mark now, and we have nearly finished this. Don't think that's a full tank. Yeah. think what else we've been at. Whoops. Haven't been up to much else this week. As I said, we've got a fair amount going on this coming week. So that's a thing. Oh, we had an adoption meeting with a caseworker last week as well. So we're now moving along to... It's kind of happening in the wrong sequence. What's supposed to happen is you make an inquiry, you get a heavily redacted report on what the child's situation is. So why are they in care, what's been going on while they've been in care, etc., etc. If you're still interested in it, or in the child, then you're then supposed to get a more detailed report about the child. And then if you're still interested, you're supposed to get a meeting with the care worker for the child, where you kind of talk about the child and ask questions and stuff like that. They'll ask you questions just to make sure that at least superficially everybody's a good match for each other. Then you get to meet the child, and then, you know, if a child is teenager, I think, thereabouts, then you get to their input as well. So the child decides whether they like you, and you decide whether you like the child before anything further happens. But we had the Q&A session with the child's worker this week, but we don't have the detailed report from them because their office has been closed because the office has been closed. So they haven't been able to get into the office to get all the stuff they needed to provide the detailed report. Why does that bit there look a bit barren? Looks like I missed a bit. I don't know why. Or is that just shadows from the trees? Could be a patch that's already 3 stages of fertilization for some reason. Oh, it could have been a patch of ground that didn't germinate. So if ground doesn't germinate, then you don't use up the fertilizer on that patch of ground. But again, I missed that bit because my on-off button's getting a little bit meh. Okay, there we go. That is now all done. We can fold that up, and unfortunately we're going to have to put it into storage with stuff in it. But yeah, we should have the stairs completed by the early next week, I would guess. At least the tanker's empty. This tractor really needs a clean, so we'll do that. I probably have to stick the tank in the lower sort of placeable area. hill's still a struggle. So that's the cedar I'm going to get rid of. I think it's actually a planter, but it's a planter that cultivates and does everything. Ooh, that's a lot of paint come off that front loader attachment. Hi, dog. So yeah, where's the sheep? Sheep aren't there, sheep aren't there. So, oh, we're up to 109 sheep. And oh, we've still got sheep expecting. So we'll be producing sheep, it looks like, for the next 2 or 3 days. That doesn't say. If I run over here and talk to the sheep area. So yeah, 500 sheep, we have 109 so far. So that's a lot of sheep we can have. I think we can also have 500 cows, but there's only one cow pasture barn thing. So this is definitely going to end up as, I think, a pure sheep farm. We're not going to be going into cows or anything like that. I think put it back behind us. Let's go backwards. Backwards is good. That's not parallel with anything, but it's good enough. And it's close enough to the hedge, so we'll drop that there. All right. Corner there is a little bit off camber, so we should try and take it a little bit easier going through there. But anyway, yes, new front loader attachment. Look that there. So I believe if I press disable the forks, a collision point, that didn't work. Being a larger, older tractor, this one doesn't turn as well as more and more modern tractors. But I can drive over here now. Let's go and grab one of those lime pallets. I can adjust the width of the forks, so I have them adjusted slightly inside. That's using the right mouse button and pushing in and out. Turn the help off. And then this works exactly like I'm attaching the pallet to the fork, so it's, or a trailer to a tractor or anything like that, an implement to the tractor. So if I attach it, I can then, think this tractor needs a weight when it tries to lift things, because I would have expected better, because it is a heavy tractor. Oh, that's going to be awkward then. But anyway, that's how that works. I mean, seriously, that's only 1,000 litres. So we'll put that back over there. And we press connect, disconnect, and it comes off the front. So it's kind of good, and it's kind of not so good. Okay. Let's go and adjust this tractor. Let's put some wheel weights on it. See if that helps. Then we need to head down to the field and get our truck. Okay, jump in. Wheel set up. White tyres and weights. That will be fine. So that's all connected. Turn the engine back on. Let's go and see if that does actually make a difference. I know it makes a difference for traction, but I don't expect this size tractor to have a traction issue hauling the sort of equipment we have on the farm. What I've never got an idea on is if it affects this front loader. So we pull in, it jumps in. Absolutely no, nothing. This is, I think we do have a weight somewhere. Yeah. Drop. I can't believe that, excuse me, you're not supposed to be attached anymore. There is something weird going on here. Good grief. Okay. Right, front loader forks down. Farm sim physics, just awesome. Yes, come out, come out, come out. Yeah. There's something weird going on there. Oh, hang on, I have the collisions on. No, I don't have the collisions on. Yeah, that's better. The forks are actually supposed to go through things when you have the collisions turned off. I think because, okay. I think because we had the the forks off briefly, they may have reset. So let's try that again and see if... Nope. Yeah, no, that's not working.